EDI functionality exists within the furniture module in Microsoft Dynamics 365. The benefit of the EDI module is that it will create a sales order automatically, but it will also work with configured items. So it will validate the configuration, it will choose the answers, the attribute values in the product configurator, and it will go on to create the work order for each line on that sales order that's imported, or multiple sales orders that are imported. The configuration of the EDI functionality allows each customer to have multiple EDI import types, their own field mappings, their own delimiters, and opens up a lot of flexibility for the customers. Let's take a look at the features of EDI in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Furniture module. So it lives within the sales and marketing area. Under periodic tasks, we have the EDI file upload. That's to actually import the file. But to configure the setup is under the setup area of our own grouping. Key things here: EDI control. One set at the moment, prefix LA, and it will accept a file type beginning with WBOR. We have multiple control files here, so we could import multiple different types with different file prefixes. So we set some defaults on here. The file location, for example, when was the last file received, processing rules that link to this control file, the order separator field, how many orders we can validate within the file, what field controls, how many orders are within each file, any quantity conversions, the EDI file delimiter character, for example. If we jump through to the processing rules in this control file, we can see here basically what's the header section, what's the detail, and what are footers. I have an example file here, header here, detail lines, and then end. And this is a simple text file, comma separated. The cross-reference area of EDI is where we'll map fields to the imported values. So jumping to the EDI fields function, we can see here what we find so far against our control file LA. So I have a customer reference, customer account, item ID, sales quantity, shipping date, and then 4 values which are specific to configured products. So the cabinet finish, the front grille, corner protection, and speaker height. These fields can then be mapped to the import fields in a file. That's what this is in the EDI cross-reference. So the first ones are character fields, denoted by the C really, field type C. So looking across at the sales table, customer reference, customer account, item ID, and sales quantity. Those are in effect character fields. Sales quantity could be an integer or decimal. The next 2 are date fields with the field type D. And then continuing down, we have the A field type, which means attribute for the configurator. So the fields run in sequence as they do in the import file, and we've mapped each one. So if I look back to our import file here, look at the detail lines here. The first one, the reference one, is our customer reference. Second one, customer account. So this order is going to be raised against US 001. We have the item ID, the sales quantity, shipping date, and also we're using that same line here, sales line, shipping date. And if I go back to the import line, I'm saying that import field 5 is the shipping date for the line, and also import field 5 is the shipping date on the sales table, so on the header of that file. I can see then now I'm configuring that product. I'm saying that the cabinet finish is black. We've got a metal front grille, corner protection, yes, and speaker height is height. So how does that work here? We're not mapping to a sales table or sales line. We're saying that whatever value is included in this field map it through to the attribute type and attribute value. What solver value does that then relate to here? Right, so the data is already being configured for me, and I'm now going to run the EDI import. So I go to my sales marketing area, periodic tasks, EDI file load. And it's not asking me for the file to upload. I'll choose browse here, and I'll choose file. That file's then uploaded to the hosting server, and we can simply OK to process. The system informs me an update's taken place. I have some messages. Have a look here. EDI import file name, sales order, line count error, total number of lines, input file 3, total number of sales order lines created 3, total number of lines in exception file is 0. So we have exception logic as well for failed import files. Here, sales order 1540 created 3 lines. Fantastic. So let's go to all sales orders. 1540. Sales order loads. We can see our customer reference values have been raised. It's been raised against. If I swap the header, we can see it's been raised against US 001. That was the correct customer. Go back to lines. Minimize the header section for a moment. And my 3 lines, I mean the ER content has been pulled in. And more importantly, what are the config values? So I'll select the first line. Confirm here that we have a work order generated. Yes, we have work order and bombs and routes based on the configurations in the import file. We can also add a configuration tab here. And that shows me the config values for that product from the imported file.